The Earth's biosphere consists of 79% water with depths that are deeper than 1,000 meters. Yet, even though it covers the majority of our planet, it is still the most unknown and unexplored region on planet Earth. More information has been revealed about space and the surface of the Moon and Mars. Most studies are done on an intertidal zone where the water meets land, or in the epipelagic zone, which is the upper sunlit portion of the sea. Below that, the ocean is widely unexplored. Organisms need to adapt to life without no light, immense pressure, and extreme temperatures. In this video, I will talk about the new technological advancements that have been made in order to dive deeper into the study of deep sea, how creatures adapt to living at such depths, and how the creatures adapt to living with no light, extreme temperatures, and how they find food. Technological development is important in the understanding and discovery of deep-sea organisms. It has been around since the 50s, and up until recently has not made many significant advancements. Only in 2012 was the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean at 11,000 meters, successfully reached by Challenger Deep, which is operated by James Cameron. Technology such as LED lights and low-light cameras have been important in discovering new creatures that live in these depths. ROVs, or remotely operated vehicles, are also a common tool in which they are attached to a cable to a boat and are remotely controlled and relay info and data back to the controller. AUVs, or autonomous underwater vehicles, are also used. They move manually without a cable and are a common tool and usually have a crew on board. The U.S. Alvin was the first successfully used by the U.S. in 1964, and now other countries are using them, and they're advancing AUVs to reach greater depths. Now let's talk about how light affects deep sea organisms. Two types of organisms live in the deep sea, biotic and abiotic. Biotic being living organisms that compete for food and reproduce, abiotic being non-living organisms. Deep sea begins below 200 meters where the sunlight starts to dim and photosynthesis starts to become impossible. Around 200 meters to 1,000 meters is called the twilight zone. Below 1,000 meters, the water is black. Now let's talk about how organisms find food at such great depths. Most of the food consists of detritus, which is the decaying remains of microbes, algae, plants, and animals from the upper zones of the ocean. Many of these organisms have different ways of consuming their food, like the hagfish, which burrows into carcasses that have sunk to the bottom of the ocean and quickly consumes them from the inside out, or like a group of worms that grow root-like structures in the bone marrow of these decaying organisms. Other organisms use bioluminescence to attract creatures towards them, which then eat them as prey. Since food is very scarce at these depths, and therefore organisms have adapted so that they do not need to eat constantly, but instead are small and grow slower compared to other sea life. Other organisms that are larger in size will eat large portions at once, but will then not eat again for long periods of time. Because there is such low to no light at such depths, creatures have to adapt to their current environment. Creatures create a bioluminescence, which is a chemical reaction in a microbe or animal body that creates light without heat. Many other fish also need adaptations, such as large eyes in order to capture the very little light that even exists, and other organisms rely on other scents such as smell, touch, and vibrations.